All right, so this morning we're going to have our own Colleen Jorgensen talk about the Golden Rotary Foundation. We'll get this microphone here in a second. Colleen has been a member of Golden Rotary for 21 years. In addition to being the new foundation president, Colleen is a member of the Mental Health Committee, which is part of community service. Colleen is retired math faculty member and administrator from Red Rocks Community College and lives in Pine with her husband of 45 years, Gary, and 2 collies. So, Colleen.
Good morning. Does this help the Zoomers? Okay, good. All right, now I just have to figure out how to get the PowerPoint out.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. And I just hit that to forward it.
Yeah, forward and backward.
Well, good morning, everyone. I am the current president of the Golden Rotary Foundation, and I suspect there are some new members in this club that don't even realize we do have a foundation that sits behind the club. I mean, and that's actually a good thing, because that means that we're doing our job and we're not getting in your road. So if this is new to you, I'm happy for that. Give you a little bit of history. The foundation was incorporated in 1998 as a 501c3. And what that does is it allows individuals and corporations, to be able to donate to the foundation and allowing for a tax deduction. Now, I know the tax laws have changed in a couple of years and it's not as lucrative as it used to be, but this was really an important thing for people who wanted to give to the activities of the Golden Rotary Club and be able to deduct that from their taxes. And so that's the primary reason why it was set up. It's organized and exists exclusively for the charitable uses which advance the objects, the purposes, and the programs of the Golden Rotary Club. The first president was our own Pat Madison. I think on that group was also Dick Sargent was one of the first members as well. And so it's been around for quite a little while. Okay, the membership, all the members of the board of trustees for the Golden Rotary Foundation must be either active or honorary members of the club. We're required to have between 3 and 11 permanent members and 2 revolving members, which are the current past president and the current president-elect. And so we have 7 members now: Eileen, Linda, Joan, Jim, our treasurer, me, the president, Tom Baker, who's the current past president, and George Mamelis, the current president-elect. We recruit people for the foundation by the time-tested method of twisting your arm. So if there's anyone in the room that would like to volunteer to become a member of the foundation, we're more than happy to talk to you. Okay, you can always use another person. Okay, the foundation started by building its funds up, okay? And so for many years, we did pig roasts, and I wish I had a copy. At one point, they dressed me up as a Chinese dignitary of some kind for one of the pig roasts many, many years ago. And we would literally roast an entire pig. It was really a lot of fun. Maybe we should go back to doing that. And then after that kind of petered out a little bit, we started corralling the pigs, and we would have pig calling contests. And we'd have winners, whoever could do a pig call. And if I remember right, there was a couple of people in here that were really good at doing that. But we'd also have contests for dressing up our pigs. And here's the winner of the pigs one particular year. And people would collect money, all your coins, throw in a couple of checks, make it, fatten it up a little bit. or large bills, and then we would, every year we collect money for the foundation. The other thing that we did for foundation is golf tournaments, and as the golf tournament was this year, and has been in the past, it's been raised. We use the golf tournament to raise funds for the foundation, which then in turn go to the club. And here's a couple of different years of golf tournaments pictures that I was able to dredge up, and I thank Peggy Halderman for some of those. Yeah. One of the things that is incredibly cool about the foundation is we support the vision of our members. Okay, and this is one I want to highlight because it's one of our classics. Many Golden area children qualify for free and reduced lunch programs at school, but on the weekends, they went hungry. And so Peggy Halderman said, we need to do something about that. And she worked within the community, or the youth services or community service, I'm not sure which, within the club to create the Golden Backpack Program. That program was run through the foundation, and when it outgrew the club, it went to its own nonprofit, and now it's been absorbed by Be Golden. So it's even, this initial vision is now feeding the Golden community. And I mean, it's phenomenal. And this is, kudos to Peggy, you're wonderful. I can't imagine the ability to do that. It's beyond my capabilities. And I so applaud you. But I want to bring this up because Peggy doesn't have to be the only one in this club. We are here to support your vision as well. And I know there's some other members out there in the club that have their own vision that we can take and nurture that through the club, through the foundation, and then set you free as your own nonprofit. So keep that in mind. Okay, some current club member projects that are potentially maybe on their way. The Miracle Shop. Currently, the Miracle Shop is run through the foundation. And every year it gets bigger. Those of you that are involved with community service know that it's been very, very successful, even last year during the pandemic. Joan is doing a wonderful job with that. But every year the Miracle Shop grows and gets bigger and bigger. And this is something that because we have a foundation behind this club, it's enabled us to do this. Another one that is brand new, that's just coming on the hopper right now, is the International Concert for Peace. And when I heard about this, and the concert is going to be the middle of September, you've all gotten a flyer, or you better get another flyer, because you want to go to this concert. This is an idea that's starting out international in scope, and it's going to get bigger. This will not be the only international conference concert for peace, will it, Jen?
Correct, we will not.
I thought so. And as long as Golden Rotary can stay a very small cog in a great big wheel, you know, this club stands to help fund some of our projects from that. A little bit about our financial status. This is always the dull part, at least for those of us who aren't into finances. Maybe we have some accountants out there that go, oh yay, I finally got to the good stuff. Currently, this is as of last Friday. Thank you, Jim. He jumped right in and got all the stuff I needed. And you can see that we're not in too bad a shape for a small club. We've got 172,000 in investments. Our current checking account has 23,000, of which some of that is earmarked donated funds specifically for the Miracle Shop. And in our money market, we've got about 15, and that includes about $2,000 in peace funds, which I can tell you from Friday has already gone up. So it's increasing quite a bit. So that's where we stand. We use our investment funds come from Nanette Weinberg. I never could say the last name. Berenberg. She used to be a member of this club, and she's the financial advisor that manages our investment funds. Okay, and this is one of the things that I really wanted to talk to you about today. Sorry, I like to walk around. In the first years of the foundation, mostly what the foundation did was grow its funds. So we worked hard, we had golf tournaments, we had pig roasts, and that money went into the foundation and wasn't used for club activities. And a lot of folks in the club said, wait a minute, we're working really hard on these, we need to turn that around. And so you can see, we took a lot more money in 2016-17 year than went out. But then because of that desire, we turned around and we went the other direction. And so we've increased our funds from having more money coming in to reversing that, to setting a lot more money out, with the exception of 2019-20, which was when we had our big golf tournament and took in almost $100,000 and 72,000 went out. But I point this out because the direction we are going now, if you look at currently, and I know that you've got the little screen sharing sign there, we've brought in about $15,000 this year and that includes the profits from the golf tournament we had in June, a couple of donations. And the club has requested funds from the foundation, and the foundation board has approved those funds of $58,000. And at the rate we are going, we're going to bleed through all of our funds in about 4 years. Now, the good news is that means this club, if you look at what we make from the peach sale and what you requested just for charitable work in the service clubs, we are doing a whole lot of good for the city of Golden and for our from our international groups as well. So we're doing some wonderful things, but we are spending a lot of money, and so we need to think about future directions. One of the things that the foundation is doing, and I put this on the slide because I didn't know where else to put it, we're joining with the club on its new website. And while I'm not on that committee, I've been a strong voice, a couple of you know, because you're on that committee and I'm constantly calling you, right, Jeannie? The foundation's website will go to the club's website. We'll have our own page on that foundation. And we're going to improve our donation process so it's seamless, so that it's automatic, so that a thank you note is generated, so that we can track where the money is coming from and where it's going to. This is what I've been, yelling about in the background. We need to have this, we need to have this. But this will allow us to help you grow those projects, to help you see that vision that I talked about a little bit earlier. And so this is a great thing, and hopefully we'll have it in place yesterday. I would love to have it in place for this fall, but I don't think it's going to happen. But that's going to help us streamline our process and really be able to work a lot better with things. But the question I have for you today, and I want you to think about it because we have a couple of years to kind of think about this. What do we want to do in moving the foundation forward? It's not just a decision that needs to be made by a few of us sitting on the foundation board. It's really a club decision. We can decrease these funds gradually, which is what we're doing now. We can gradually work to match our spending to our income and save some of those investment funds. Maybe hold some of those funds in reserve for a legacy project, because I will tell you, having eavesdropped on a couple of committees like community service and international, both of them have come up with ideas for potential legacy projects where this club would be contributing a substantial amount of money, in the tens of thousands of dollars to a major long-term project that would benefit the city of Golden. Maybe that will happen, maybe it won't, but those decisions need to come from you. Everyone needs to participate. We need to know what you want to do. So with that is your Golden Rotary Foundation. Does anyone have any questions? And I don't have a way of seeing, hold on. Oh, okay, stop. Oh, okay. Ah, now I can see. Do I have any questions? Yes, Tom?
How is the investment performance?
Yes. Jim, Tom wants to know how the investment performance is working, and I don't know if you know the answer to that question right now, or not. We are having a meeting with Nanette in September, and I would know better then, but I really don't know right now. Do you, Jim? On Zoom?
Yeah, it's been growing, but yeah, we need to sit down and with Nanette and see where we're gonna go from here. But it has grown, I think 5-6%, maybe more in the last year.
Okay. Other questions? Okay. How about on Zoom? Any questions? All right, well, you know where we are, you know who we are, and like I said, we would love to have a couple more members. Thank you.